Quickly, let's take you to the newspaper reviews for today, Saturday, the 4th of November. Hmm, When when did they bring this budget out and it's already passed? Or is it supplementary? Well, let me read the headline for you. I'm already commenting on the headline because I was in shock. Okay, the one for Saturday, but this day newspaper says the headline says, or the main headline says, Cabinet retreat ends. Tinubu charges ministers to bury personal ambitions for Nigeria's sake. Let me confirm that I'm on Saturday. Okay, I am. I was wondering. Anyway, the news, the news on social media runs faster than our normal newspapers
It
because I thought I've
does.
read this before. Tinubu charges ministers to bury personal ambitions for Nigeria's sake. Ministers, permanent secretaries sign performance bonds with president. I understand the president insisting that if you don't work well in 6 months, you'll be kicked out, right? I don't know if they're counting the past 4 or 5 months with that. We
I,
start
for
having
one,
kicking out from next.
I would like to see the indicators for those bonds so that we can know
Yes,
how
the
to,
KPIs,
yeah.
how to monitor them. So it's not just mouth that the president is making, just not mouthing it. We want to see action. But I can point out 2 or 3 ministers that appear to be active or doing well. But like I said, until we'll see parameters for performance, we will not know if it is just motion without movement or dancing in one on the same spot. This next headline says Army DSS foil Boko Haram attack in Kano. FAO warns of food crisis in Borno, Sokoto, Zamfara states. Thank God for the for our security forces.
Incidentally, the states they mentioned are the ones that have high insurgency.
Yes, there's no way there will not be crisis in terms of food security because farmers can't go to the farms. Uh, they can't even plant. No talk of harvesting. And some of us don't know the road to the markets in the south. We depend on one another for survival. I don't know how we'll make it in the next 1 year. Hmm. This looks like a good news on the top story. I mean, top of the page story on this day. Naira continues recovery, strengthens to 9.50 to dollar at parallel markets. That's good news, isn't it?
Yeah,
I heard 1,003.
it's amazing. I think investors have realized that there is some measure of stability. It started after the Supreme Court judgment. So that
Okay.
kind of restored some level of confidence among investors and consumers. But my contention is this: government needs to take further steps to make that confidence stronger, with economic policies and major activity.
Hmm.
Mm, mm,
Okay,
mm.
thank you, Alex. I hope they're hearing you. Saturday Tribune leads with presidential yacht bought, delivered. Why you people are still yakking and raising hellstone on social media? They say it's document. It's near
The
the
thing has been delivered.
it's near our station already.
As a
I
matter
don't know
of
this kind
fact,
of supplier. They even
as a matter
spend
of
money.
fact, Raj,
Oh,
before the
I
story, before the story flew out, the yacht was already on our seas.
sorry. As you are complaining, they are cleaning the yachts
They're cleaning the thing up.
just by our sister here. Oh God. The reps accuse Navy of purchase without approval. Will Navy purchase that thing without presidential approval? Oh
Oh my
God.
God.
Payment not yet made. Senator Ndume counters. Yeah, yeah. Well, if they listen to people, they should return the yacht. It's like when you order something from Jumia. Sometimes they are very fast. They will tell you they will tell you within 5 days. I beg your pardon, please. They tell you within 5 days, and the second day they brought it. If you are if you are someone that's organizing your account and you're expecting money in 3 days so that you can pay in 5 days, and they have come before your money, the rest is to say, sorry, you are not available to collect. Please return you.
Take it back. Take it back.
I will reorder. Oh,
I
this
don't
is
see
what
them
Yoruba will call
returning it
honorable.
anyway. I don't see them
Wow.
returning it.
They won't return it.
Nigeria, return with.
They won't return it.
As we are shouting and making noise, you hear that the receipt has been collected.
Oh my God! You know this thing we are laughing about. It's a serious thing, man.
Yeah,
It's a
very
serious thing.
Nothing changes. They just change faces and parties in the same style, same.
Everything is the same. Nothing has changed.
Anyway, we still have a lot to talk on point blank, so we'll get back to that. Ijaw leaders, youth attack Rivers elders for backing Wike against the government. They have been invited to Aso Rock to settle their case. What is there? What is there again? This interesting one. Abacha never stops giving us a hard-earned, very well-deserved dollars. Tinubu hails France for returning $150 million Abacha loot. Thank you, Abacha, wherever you are.
My God, you know the thing his wife said, Abacha's wife.
Abacha's wife. Yeah.
She said they even don't know the amounts and the locations of a lot of that money. It's amazing.
wow.
They can't now. They didn't do family meeting over it to tell them where they are. The man was busy. Was busy working night and day over the consumption. You know, we've had leaders, man. We've had leaders. There's this interesting one from the Tribune, top of the story. I dropped out of school to fight in Agbekoya War. Professor Tony Falola. I thought Agbekoya War was
which year was
in
that?
the early 90s.
Marge, did you say Agbekoya War?
Agbekoya War. Is that was 1910 or 1920 or something like that? If not 18 something. Okay, I thought Agbekoya War was in the 40s.
It's going to refresh our memory. People are looking for the history book.
Between the First World War and the Second World War.
The Second World War. Yes.
How old is the prof?
Farmers Hunter.
I suspect or thereabout. Wow. Well, thank God for your life, Prof. Let's take one or two more stories, then move on. Suspend your personal ambitions, Tinubu tells ministers. That's a little story in The Guardian. Okay, I hope they've heard you, sir. The Nigerians must unite to eradicate drug scourge, Obere Wori, and Mawa. We need, that's a serious epidemic in that area. We need that. Guardian is not that. Let me see. This Saturday Telegraph says how police constable recruitment, how police leadership violated federal character for years. It's not only the police leadership. Every area of our federal institution is passé. I don't see any leader coming on and they will not accuse him of clique or clannishness or nepotism and all that. You know, why can't we just pick Nigerians? You know, why do you always pick the people you are comfortable with? Your tribesmen, are they the only people you are comfortable with? What kind of people are we?
But you know, we have a whole commission, the Federal Character Commission, that is dedicated to ensuring that is carried out.
Alex, I beg your pardon. The character commission was well accused of not following the character.
Federal Character
I remember
Commission.
the Madam Chairman was accused of bungling recruitment and putting our people there and all that,
Yeah,
and they were accusing each other, all kinds of allegations in the public. So
bribes
Federal
for
Character
jobs.
Commission
Yeah.
is also violating that act. That's Nigeria for you.
He's also guilty. He's guilty of the offense.
Yes. Let's round up with the Daily Trust. It says, a food vendor says, how my son-in-law contracted fake marriage with ex-president Buhari and myself.
Excuse me.
Uh,
Excuse me. But can you
how my
recast?
how my son, that's what I
Did,
see. How my
did we
son-in-law
hear right?
contracted fake marriage with ex-president Buhari and myself. That's from a food vendor. All kinds of things are happening. People stay in the corners of their house and they concoct all kinds of mirage and what have you.
Scams and
And lastly, it says Zamfara displaced persons narrate neglect, despair, woes. We sleep in front of shops after a 700 naira fee. That's people that's supposed to be in the DIP zones and all that, displaced people and all that. Over 20 children lost on the streets. I've been on the streets for 2 years, 3 months, a mother of 4.
Wow.
Resident says we provide accommodation for displaced persons. We know Professor Zulum has been working hard in that area, cushioning all these effects. This story says he has a lot more to work on. The not yet the Uhuru in that place. It's it's a tragic situation. A lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people, have been displaced from their homes with this senseless insurgency. You know, I don't know. May we find ways out with all these terrible issues. Well, on that note, we've come to the end of the review of newspaper headlines. We'll be back shortly with the point